Bonjour la classe, comment ça va? J'espère que vous allez bien. Aujourd'hui, c'est quelle date? C'est le 4 mai 2020. Okay, please open your PowerPoint and go to slide 21. Nous allons faire les slides 21 jusqu'à 25. Ok, d'accord? Et aujourd'hui, nous apprenons sur les verbes. So today we are going to learn about verbs. On y va, on commence. Okay, so the first verb that we are going to learn today is the verb commencer. Commencer. So commencer means to start or to begin. So how do we conjugate it in the present tense? It is je commence, tu commences, il ou elle commence, nous commençons, vous commencez, il, elle commence. So for the verb commencer, how you conjugate it is the same like other ER verbs that you've learned. Like s'appeler, to call oneself, je m'appelle, tu t'appelles, il, elle s'appelle, or habiter, to live or to stay, and even aimer, to like. Okay, remember? So the ending for ER verbs, remember, it's E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. Kena ingat kalau verb yang ending dia ada ER, selalunya conjugation dia sama. Okay? But here, pay attention. For verbs yang ada C before ER, meaning at the end it's CER, like here, commencer, the normal alphabet, C, it becomes C cédille. Remember what a cédille is? It's the C with that tail, okay? And when the C is before the alphabet O or A, like here, commençons, the C becomes a C cédille. Why? It's because it's to keep the soft sound. Kalau C cédille ni tak ada, bunyi dia jadi commençons, okay? Not commençons, commençons. So remember when there's a C and then the alphabet after it is A or O, you have to make that C a C cédille. Okay? As for the sentence structure, we follow the S plus V plus C punya rule. So S is the sujet, so kata ganti nama diri. V is a verb. Of course, you have to conjugate it always. And then C is a complement. So complement is the rest of the sentence. It's basically to answer the sujet and the verb. Okay? Kalau tak ada sini, ayat akan jadi ayat tergantung. So, for example, nous commençons notre cours. So, we start our class. Okay? We start our subject. Ils commencent leur examen. They start their exam. Okay? So, it follows the nous is the sujet, commençons is a verb, already conjugated. Notre cours is the complement, which is the rest of the sentence. And the complement is usually a noun, okay? Kata nama. Next verb is manger. We've learned this in Leçon 1. So, what does it mean? It means to eat, makan. So, the conjugation is je mange, tu manges, il mange, elle mange, nous mangeons, vous mangez, il, elle mangeons. So the example of phrases, je mange une baguette, I eat a baguette. Tu manges le chocolat, you eat the chocolate. Vous mangez mon sandwich, you eat my sandwich. So as you can see here, the structure of the sentence is the same. You have je, tu, vous, which are the sujet. You have the verb, of course, conjugated, mange, manger. And you have the complement, which is the thing that you're eating, okay? So, attention, for verbs ending in GER, we keep the E after the G when the E is before the vowels A and O, A or O. So the rule is kind of similar as the one before, but here you have to keep the E before the O because it's to keep the soft sound. If you don't put the E there and it's just MANGONS, it becomes mangong. So nanti sebutan dia jadi lain. So you kena letak alphabet E, okay? Next verb is finir. So when you commencer, you have to finir. Okay, finir is a IR verb. IR verb, so it's a bit different. It's really different. So this one you have to hafal the conjugation. As you can see here, you have the root word fin, F-I-N, fin, but the ending changes. So you have the ending IS, IS, IT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, and ISSENT. So how do you pronounce this? Je finis, tu finis, il, elle finit, nous finissons, vous finissez, il, elle finissent. Okay? So what are the examples of the sentences? You can say, tu finis ton dîner, you finish your dinner, elles finissent leur devoir, they finish their homework. So devoir means homework. So the structure is the same. You have the sujet, you have the verb, and you have the complément. So complément is basically what is it finishing? So here it's finishing the dinner. This one is finishing the homework. So conjugation untuk verb ni kena hafal ya. Tak ada shortcut. Sorry. Okay, our second last verb is venir. So venir is a verb meaning to come. And even though it has IR at the end, it's not an IR verb. It is an ENIR verb. E-N-I-R verb. Okay? So naturally, the conjugation will be different from finir. Remember, again I repeat, finir and venir are different. So, how do you conjugate it? Je viens, tu viens, il, elle vient, nous venons, vous venez, ils, elles viennent. So as you can see, the root changes every time. You have V-I-E-N, V-I-E-N. So je viens, tu viens are the same. So that one is, you can try to remember that. It's easy. Je viens, tu viens. The same spelling, same pronunciation. Il, elle vient pun sama pronunciation, but instead of an S, you have a T. And then you have nous venons. So V-E-N, V-E-N again, venez, and then viennent. V-I-E-N-N-E-N-T. So ni pun kena hafal juga. Okay, tak ada shortcut. Okay, so let's go to the example of sentences. So here we have the sentences Je viens de Kuala Lumpur, il vient de France, nous venons de Singapour. Yeah, that's how you pronounce Singapore in French. Vous venez de quel pays? So that one is a question. Okay, so do you notice something here? You can see there is a word de. Okay, de. So de is a preposition. A preposition is a word that you use to indicate a location or a direction. So in this case, venir de means to come from. Kalau dalam bahasa Melayu, saya berasal dari. Okay, so je viens de. So this semester, you're going to use venir with the preposition de. So de, as you can see in the lessons before, it means of, O-F. But it can also mean from. Okay? So the sentence structure is sujet. You have the sujet, you have the verb, you have de, the preposition de, and then you have the complément. Okay? Here, the complément has to be a place. It can be a city, a state, or a country. I forgot one more sentence. Vous venez d'où? This sentence means where do you come from, or you come from where. So do you see the word où? Où means where. So vous venez d'où? You come from where. So be careful when the preposition de is before a vowel, like O or A. The D becomes D apostrophe. D avec apostrophe. Okay, so now we are at our very last verb. So arriver, the verb arriver. So we've learned this actually in Leçon 2. So it's j'arrive, tu arrives, il, elle arrive, nous arrivons, vous arrivez, il, elle arrive. So it's an ER verb So the conjugation is the same as other ER verbs. Okay, let's look at the examples. J'arrive à la maison. I arrive at home. Or I arrive at the house. J'arrive chez moi. I arrive at my place. So chez is also a preposition, but it means at somebody's place. Nous arrivons en Malaisie. We arrive in Malaysia. So en in general means in. So when you're talking about countries, usually you use en, but there is an exception. I will explain that in a separate video. And then lastly, you can say vous arrivez à quelle heure? You arrive at what time? So this one is indicating time. So the structure is basically the sujet, je, nous, vous. You have the verb arriver. And then you have the preposition à, which means to or at, or en, which means in. And then lastly, you have the complement. So the complement can be a place or a time. We'll talk about time later on. You'll see that in Wednesday's class. So for now, I hope you understand everything that I've explained, and I hope you try to memorize your conjugation. We'll do exercise for sure. And thank you for listening until the end. Okay, merci beaucoup. Bonne journée.